Hello and welcome to the Mickey Podcast Project. Okay, today we have Finn.
Hello.
We have Josh.
Hi.
And we have a special guest.
Hello lads, yeah, what's up?
And me, Finn. So yeah, this is episode 3. What's the topic for today, boys?
Holidays.
Okay. Holidays. Do y'all like holidays?
I know,
Of course.
All ears.
Sorry, love it, Ollie.
The thing's lagging for me.
Oh, no problem, Fintan. Anyway, how was the holidays this year for everyone? Since coronavirus cancelled most of the holidays.
Yeah, I didn't go on holidays this year.
We went to Galway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure, we went to Galway. Yeah.
Mhm.
Forgot, sorry.
How was that for everyone? Was it life changing?
We didn't yeah.
I think we talked about it on the previous episode a little bit.
A little bit. We mentioned Eddie. I don't think we mentioned much else besides Eddie though.
Well, that's because
We didn't
the
mention this one weird though.
what?
Oh yeah, our first holiday destination, Salmon Weir. If you had to give the Salmon Weir a rating out of 10, what would it be?
20.
6.9. It's a little bit crusty.
6.9.
You're gonna have to give a little a little backstory on the Salmon Weir for people that haven't been there or don't know about it, such as myself.
Well, first of all, the Salmon Weir is set right in the heart of Galway City. A lovely location along the Weir. And I mean, upon entry to the Salmon Weir, you'll be greeted by Sarah. She's about, I don't know, what would you say, she's about £1,000 or something like that. So we don't mess around the hospital like that, you know. She's judge, jury, and executioner. Like there's no piss taken. Then you're guided to your room. You're guided to your room, and I mean, within the room itself, half the walls are almost stripped of paint. It's all crap.
I saw a bit of paint on the wall, some skid marks.
The windows are those old style windows from the 1800s. Do you know what I mean?
That's
So there's not even there's bars in the windows. It's practically Canadian and January. Is what we played. We played 13 euros to Canadian and But it gave us access. Actually, no. Another thing with Salmon Weir is the second night that we were staying there, there was someone stabbed outside of it.
I was just gonna say that, yeah.
It
I
was
think
so
contact.
funny.
Why have I never heard of this? Jesus.
We told you. I
I
forgot.
heard
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
remember hearing about it.
No, do you remember, Josh? We woke up the next day and because I got a text from my dad, it's like someone got stabbed outside your hostel last night, and Dora goes, "Oh yeah, I heard someone screaming last night." Classic Dora.
I wonder was it like right outside the door?
Yeah,
Weird.
what the fuck? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
apparently there was guards and everything. I remember seeing guards the next day, like they were sort of hanging around.
Nah,
Yeah.
it was the secretary lady. She went out and just stabbed the guy.
Yeah.
Sarah. Maybe she took a bit of bite out of him or something.
The poor woman's probably listening.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Apologies, Sarah.
She's the
Sorry,
That was
moderator.
a bit mean.
But yeah, Galway's a lovely place. The Salmon Weir is a lovely place. I'd recommend staying there if your budget per night is €13.
Is that how much it was?
That's how much coffee is. And if you've no self-worth either, if you've no self-respect, I'd definitely recommend staying there.
How was the bedding experience for you?
I enjoyed it, definitely. I just went. That's
Well,
all.
it was pretty cozy, sleeping with the homies.
And there was one bathroom between like 10 of us as well. Like,
Oh, do you remember Turkish kebab?
Oh no.
oh my god.
So one of the days we all got Turkish kebab, and it just didn't go down well with anyone.
No. Except Noah. Noah was like immune to it. I remember.
Yeah, no one's even liked
Yeah.
it. I thought it was disgusting.
No, I actually thought it was
absolutely
nice.
rotten.
The effects weren't good.
They had no business running a fucking food establishment. Like, they were just swept in after. They just got in at the pier after smuggling away on some fucking boat, and were then hired to serve like raw meat to people.
Nah, it wasn't that bad.
What's it? Although your salmon weir experience sounds pretty good, did you have any like weird moments other than the Turkish thing? Because I have a very like weird moment that I think I told some of you, and I don't know if I told all of you, that I had the next year when we went to Galway. But I just want to ask before if anyone had any like kind of like extraterrestrial experiences in Galway in that year.
Terrestrial.
There was a really weird lady who was laughing at her laptop a lot. Well, she wasn't really weird, but
Oh yeah,
I remember.
the fucking, main room. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember the last day we were all sitting around with like the Spanish people eating cereal and silence. It was so awkward.
And she was pissing herself watching something like that. I would see what she was watching. I'm really curious.
Sorry?
Did you see what she was watching?
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't know.
Probably a blank screen, to be honest. Like,
No, but the reason I wanted to ask you that was because I don't know if I told all of you. I think I told Josh because he was staying in my room when we went in Galway. So we went to a different hostel, and this is the last night. So we stayed there for 4 days, so 3 nights, and it was the last night of that we were staying there in Galway. This was just the summer that passed, and so most nights we'd stay out till like 3-4 a.m. Is that right?
I thought, yeah, I'd say.
So the last night, I'd say most of us probably stayed out a lot later, like around 4 or 5, kind of thing, like 4 or 5 a.m. And so we were coming back. Then it was like it's like really late. But then I realized I was like, I really want to stay up late, but we had to wake up at like, what was it, 10? Because we had to be out by like 11.
Check out, yeah.
So I was like, oh damn, I don't want to like go on the train back and be on like 2 hours of sleep. So I went back at like 5 a.m. and so I was heading back to the hostel, and I was so tired, so I go to sleep. But before I go to sleep, I think it was Adam, Noah, and I don't think it's Stephen. I think someone else. It was Adam, Noah, and someone else. They were like, "Oh, here, let's go explore in the through the hostel. There's supposed to be this gaming room," and I thought they said they were also leaving as well. So then they left, and I went to sleep. Then I I woke up in the middle of the night. Now I thought I literally thought like I was on a different planet at this point because I woke up, and so I feel like Adam goes, Finn, get up, come on, we're gonna go explore this gaming room. Come on, let's go. And I'm just like, oh, for God's sake. So I'm sleeping on a bunk bed. So I get off the bunk bed. I'm like, oh, man, I don't want to go. But then I thought I heard him say, come on, let's go, let's go. So I get off the bunk bed, and then I go and I start getting changed. And I fully get changed, and I'm about to leave. And I go to the door to leave, and I open the door, and I look behind me, and no one's in the room except Josh, who's sleeping, and Stephen, who's sleeping. And I look into the corridor, and there's no one there. There's no one in the corridor, and I'm just like, wait a minute, what? I was just literally like, what the fuck just happened? And I imagined all of it, that Noah and Adam came into the room, and they told me to go to get changed for the gaming room, because I could literally imagine daughter going, come on, get ready, come on, we have to go, let's go look at the gaming room. And I asked him about it the next morning. He was like, no. I got back like 2 hours later. I literally thought I was like tripping so hard.
That's so weird. Yeah, I have a vague memory of you like getting changed in the middle of the night, and I was sort of like, what the hell?
What the hell? I would have thought you were like possessed or something.
Yeah,
that's like sleepwalking.
I was on some hereditary shit.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, for real. Does anyone have any like ideal destinations to go away on holidays to?
Portugal, Albufeira.
Simon, we're around to Portugal round 1.
No, for real though, Albufeira, yeah, I'd say. And like I don't know where, but like I'd like to go to Italy. I don't know where in Italy.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yes, you're Finn, like yeah.
And no, but the reason I want to say to you guys, we should talk more about Albufeira because of the tragic thing that happened. So we were okay. When did we book Albufeira? Would you say?
We was it September? No,
That was August. I remember because there was a whole
August?
argument
Yeah.
in September.
So we
Oh, yeah.
so we booked this holiday in August 2019 for July 2020, and
nearly a year.
the amount of time we would talk about this holiday, we were always so hyped, especially me. And like we were always like, "Oh man, I can't wait for this holiday. I can't wait for this holiday." And the reason is we had such a nice villa after a lot of arguing about where to stay and everything like that, though. But like,
Loads of group chat messages.
Jesus, like, you could probably write a book on all the group chat messages that we had. But
The group chat lore, yeah, honestly.
we had it was a really nice villa. It was like 20 minutes from the strip. I'd say like, was it like 6 bedrooms around that? 6 bedrooms. It had a pool table. It had everything. It looked so nice. It had it had good reviews, and we were like, oh, let's go. And it was decently cheap for like, we were like 14 lads going. It was like, it was decently cheap. It was like under 500, I'd say, for like just under 2 weeks, which is like incredible if you compare it to like places like Mali and Greece and all that. But then COVID struck, and our sad little holiday, we had to cancel it and postpone it to next year because all the clubs and stuff would be closed. So there wasn't really a point in, spending like over €500 on like just like sitting in a villa, to be honest.
Tragic. It actually was heartbreaking. I remember like we were also hyped for it. We talked about it for ages. I remember having dreams and everything about it. We were like, we're all going to the gym, working out for the Albufeira body, and the dreams crumbled.
It was so sad. I remember because I went. So for my birthday I was gonna turn 18 in Albufeira, and then because it got cancelled, I went to Galway with my friend Luke for, I think it was a week. And during the week that we went, it was like the 3rd or 4th day. I look at my phone and I see the date, and it's the day we were supposed to go to Portugal. And I literally remember saying this to so many people, and I remember saying it to you, Fintan, as well. Us like talking about like how hyped the group chat would be, how hyped we would be in the airport. Like,
yeah, it's just annoying. Sure, hopefully,
hopefully we can go next summer.
Yeah, sure, yeah. We'll figure something out. Touch wood.
Any other places you want to go?
Do I want to go? Well, I have a list of countries here, and we could rank them. Maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, and talk about like the positives and negatives of each of them.
Would you say this is also countries including that we haven't been to yet?
Yeah,
so
definitely. I don't think you've been to any of these.
Where are you sending me to?
Number 1 on the list, Pakistan.
Oh.
Okay,
what are the attractions?
Yeah. Pakistan, yeah.
Good meme country.
Their flag is pretty cool.
Yeah,
true.
Flag is pretty cool. I remember hearing that there's lots of like dead people that just get left on the street, so that's probably a con, like.
Probably.
That's probably a con, yeah.
A bit of a downer on the holiday.
Is there a war going on?
Yeah, maybe bad.
Pakistan?
Don't think so.
That's racist.
I think they like.
Yeah.
I don't know. They don't like India, anyways. As far as I know, there might be a little bit of conflict there with you.
Yeah,
true.
So might get identified on the streets. Actually, I might even get into the country, so I don't know.
I can see us like say, imagine we all went to Pakistan. It would be such an in-betweeners story if we went.
Well, imagine the hotels there, or the hostels. There'd probably be like a goat in the room with us or something.
Whoa, okay. What's number two?
Wait. So, would we all go to Pakistan?
Yeah, what's the final number we're gonna give Pakistan out of 10?
10, yeah.
Mm,
I'm gonna give it.
I think a 7.
Okay, yeah, no, 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with 6.
I'm gonna give it a
Whether
5
we-
only because I was gonna give it a 4, but then because you mentioned the dead bodies, I'll give it a 5.
Oh, that's it.
On average,
don't know.
then, well, it's a 6, I think.
Yeah,
I think it'll make
Across the
content, to be honest.
yeah that
Oh,
would
yeah,
be some
definitely
blog
would, yeah.
content. I
Yeah.
know.
I don't know. I don't know if that could be posted on YouTube. That's sort of like live leak sort of stuff. Like,
Yeah, it'll be on my second channel.
so are we agreeing that the average then across the board is 6?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Country number 2. Oh, I've lost the country now. Oh, Ethiopia.
I don't know anything about you.
I don't really know much about Ethiopia, to be honest.
Well,
Ethiopia.
the weather's nice.
That's true.
That's true.
Is it the landlocked or is it on the coast?
Oh, it actually looks very nice. I found
It's by the coast. I'm pretty sure.
waterfalls, some national parks.
Waterfalls. Oh, nice.
The Blue Nile Falls.
Ooh, dude, it does sound
Wow.
nice. It does sound nice. Might have to go to Ethiopia then.
The views are very nice. The Church of St.
There's
George.
wildlife and stuff there too.
I would.
Can you give us a look better?
I wouldn't say it's a church, to be honest. Probably like.
There's a place called Danakil Depression, Ethiopia tourist.
Oh man.
Not guilt.
Wait, that flag looks so cool. It's like the
Oh, yeah.
flag for Lithuania with like a blue circle on it.
Oh, they have tribes.
Oh,
Got a bit excited.
Wait,
it's in.
are we looking at a different?
The boys can join the tribe. Let's go.
Liam, are you looking at a different Ethiopia to me? Because the first photo that came up for me was the military.
Oh, well, the first picture that came up for me was 4 children wearing like war paint. That's how I put the tribe, actually.
That's the military. Yeah.
They look pretty fresh, though.
Because I just have a guy. I have a guy here with some probably some brown
Oh,
cargo
that's
pants,
sick.
a white vest, and then holding an AK.
What's sick there?
Holding an AK.
One of them has like a leopard print on his face. This is actually
Bloody
mad.
hell.
So, what are the pros and cons of Ethiopia, Josh?
The weather, the tribes,
The views.
the Nakil tourist group. Say there's lovely scenery and wildlife. Then the cons. It's coastal, isn't it? It's on the coast beside Somalia.
I mean, I don't know how that's a con, to be honest.
Sounds like a pro.
Somalian pirates.
Oh,
Somalian
Well.
pirates, yeah.
Oh,
So human trafficking. You might
Oh, no, but Josh-
get trafficked.
sounds like good crack.
To the Caribbean. That could be cool.
Yeah, it probably would be the parts of the Caribbean be swinging around with a sword. And
Ew, Johnny Depp. Oh, that'd be class.
Yeah.
all. There are really no cons. Then I was going to say
I
that
love to swing off
that
the
was
pirate
con.
boat.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
I think it's a perfect 10, lads.
I think it is a 10. Yeah.
I think it's a perfect 10. Go on.
It's a 10.
We're going to Ethiopia next year. Brilliant.
Okay, next.
Country number 3, Romania.
Ooh,
Oh,
I want to go to Romania.
Dracula.
Oh,
Go visit him.
Ian Hannon and Kyle Hannon.
Oh,
Oh,
Well,
Keno Hannon is
dude,
such a
benefits.
goose. Keno Hannon should do a video of him going to Romania for like a weekend. It's just like returning to my home country, and he has no plan or anything. He doesn't stay anywhere. He doesn't book a hotel or anything. He lands and he just travels around. He sees what he can find and just records everything.
That's like fucking Carl Pilkington, Idiot Abroad sort of thing.
true.
Retard Abroad.
Jesus Christ.
God.
Fuck's sake, lads. Like,
It's not much views I'm seeing, to be honest. Castle.
I only know about Romania because of the football youth team. That's all.
What?
I know about that.
Finn, stop looking at little
Football
boys.
youth
The youth team, why not the adult team?
Yeah, why not?
Because the adult team for football is terrible. They're like small teams.
Um, I mean, it looks nice enough.
Hmm.
Well, you're not really selling it to me, Josh. So I'm gonna have to go with a 4 right now, unless.
Wait. We don't know
Transylvania.
all the information.
That's
Transylvania.
Brutus. Vlad the Impaler.
Okay, that's definitely a pro. So there's Vlad the Impaler in Transylvania. I'm pretty sure they do arranged marriages still.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh,
That'd be fantastic. Like
that would be great.
Finn, we finally.
I
No.
would finally cuff a girl.
This would be like
vampires.
As I say,
underage to mangoes, but overage, and in a foreign country with underage wives. Again, I don't really see any cons.
Wait, how's the weather? Is it cold? I feel like
probably
it's cold.
No, it's warm. It's
Let's
warm.
see.
It's warm in summer, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Surely,
Well, I
like,
mean, I think most places are warm in the summer, to be honest.
I think I'm guessing like 20, 27, 28 degrees in summer. I think it's warm.
It literally
Oh,
is 28,
actually,
27 degrees in summer.
Oh, I'm
Sure,
fucking
like
genius, I told you, yeah.
I'll give it.
we should actually-
I'll give it a 6.
I'll give it a 7.
I'll give it a 7.
I defer to Finn. I give it a 6. Who else is some countries now?
I have one country. I have Italy. Italy, as was mentioned by you guys. So I have some personal experiences with Italy. So I'll just give what I know. Some pros: great weather, as in perfect for skiing during the winter time, and then perfect in the summer. But although in the summer it can get sometimes too hot, like it can get to like 35 degrees or 38.
That's okay with me. I'd rather that than the rain.
Like I usually don't sunburn. Like I never sunburn. But I went. It wasn't that summer that passed. The one before, I went, and my sunburn was so bad. It didn't actually hurt, but my skin peeled. Was like peeling. So it got so crusty.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's.
I
I
remember
guess
sending me
that's.
pictures and everything.
I guess it can be. I don't remember that, but okay.
Food.
The food is so good. The snacks are. I haven't really seen snacks as good in Ireland or Germany than in Italy. Personally, I'm biased because I grew up with those snacks, but even like going back, they're just so good. And the food, obviously, you can get a pizza for like €4, like a big one.
Sorry, we talking about Italy, yeah?
Yeah.
Sorry, no, my internet went. I didn't want to interrupt, but I got curious. Sorry, lads.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty easy.
I've always wanted to go there. Yeah.
And what's it? What was it? Fintan, you're so funny. Oh my god, Fintan, you're so funny. I love you.
What the hell is
So then, what other things are in Italy?
The other thing is in Sicily, especially the water in Sicily, it's so nice. It's like really clear usually. But Sardinia, for me, the best parts that I've been to are probably Puglia, which is like the heel of Sicily, and then the island beside it. Those are probably the best in my opinion that I've been to. But I'd say the con is that it can be racist, obviously, especially with black people. Italy is known for racism. So.
Great.
I mean,
That is
I don't know. Depending on your own personal beliefs, I guess you can take that. You can take that face value.
Yeah. No, but other than that, I think it's great. I would give it an 8 because of the racism. I would not give it a 10 because of the racism. But I would give it an 8.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
I'll give it a 9. Maybe just 1.
I'm also actually. Yeah, 9. I'll go 9.
Okay, Liam, do you have
So
any
that's an
countries?
average of 8, is it?
Like
New Zealand.
New Zealand. Ooh, I haven't been to New Zealand. All I know about New Zealand is that they're good at rugby and that they're pretty good with coronavirus. That's all I know.
True, that was a big plus, to be honest.
That is a big.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could go
There's
immediately.
also-
Like there'd be no problem.
Well, I mean, I'd say they won't want us there to keep their record. But
They've also filmed Lord of the Rings there, so some pretty epic
Yeah.
places. You can get a tour of Bilbo Baggin's house, and there's a lot of sheep. And the accent is pretty funny as well. Have you heard Kiwi people talk?
yeah,
I think they're called Kiwis.
Yeah, true. Let's hope there, anyways.
But yeah,
I think also there's volcanoes and stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, that would be an adventure. I've seen volcanoes before.
Oh,
Never active.
and Mary's.
Oh yeah, the marriage web.
oh, true.
Actually, I was gonna say I haven't seen volcanoes. I have seen volcanoes. I saw them in Azore Islands, and they stink. Like they actually stink. All
I've,
the sulfur in the air and stuff.
I've seen like
Hmm.
5 volcanoes, but like they'd never been like active erupting.
I hope not.
I mean, one of them was like, I remember one. I was going on one. It was like the first volcano, and some lady on the boat, because you had to get a boat from Italy to the island where the volcano was, and so we're on the boat there, and this lady, and I'm like 6, so like I'll like believe anything anyone tells me, and this lady's like, I can't wait for this volcano to erupt, and she's going on for like 40 minutes that this volcano is gonna erupt, and then we finally go to see the volcano, and she's like, here's the erupting volcano, and it was just normal. And I remember I was just literally just like, I was just so pissed off because I thought it was gonna go off, and some old guy, he was like, they must have switched the volcano off, and all the old white people start laughing, like, ha 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 ha, and I'm still like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, I remember I was climbing the Sugarloaf with the Cubs. You can ask Jamie this, I remember. 2 of us were walking up and I was like, this is so shit. This is fucking crap. You know what I mean? And, you know, the whole time I was like, I don't want to be doing this at all. I was just trudging along, just getting it over and done with. And then like halfway up, or no, probably like 3/4 of the way up, so I was almost there. Someone walked past me and I thought I heard them say, it's brilliant that there's a McDonald's on the top. And I was like, oh, jeez, McDonald's, that's class. And I remember jogging the rest of the way, and I got to the top, and then everyone was just sort of standing around, and I was looking around, I was like, where's this McDonald's? And then, lo and behold, there was no McDonald's at the top. I mean,
No, I actually have a story about McDonald's, about like traveling. It's to do with Italy again. So we went back to Italy in the summer before, and my dad, like, if we ever go on holidays, my dad will want to get like the traditional food from the country, because like if you're going to a country, you might as well have the food that's like kind of native there, because that's like the best place where
Yeah.
the food will be. So like if you're going to Italy, you kind of want to have a pizza or like especially like or like a certain Italian food that you wouldn't get like at a good quality in Ireland. And we're going over to this campsite, and there's all these signs for like the supermarket, where the sea is, to the town, to everything. And then there's a sign to McDonald's, and Colin goes, oh, lovely, a McDonald's, let's go, father, let's go. And then he says that, and my dad just gets so pissed off. He's like, we are not going to the McDonald's now. And then Colin was just like, with the straightest face, just like, okay. Yeah, sorry, that was story again.
Moving on. Any other countries? Oh, wait, we have to write New Zealand.
Oh yeah.
I'm going
I'll
to go.
give it-
8.
8 also.
Yeah.
It's kind of remote. So I don't know if there's. I don't know.
I feel it'd be good. I'll give it an 8, yeah.
I'm going to say 6. I'm going to say 6.
Oh.
Hmm.
Okay. Alright.
Fintan, do you have any country you'd like to go to?
I don't know where, but somewhere in Asia, and not like kind of
Ooh,
the
yeah,
Indian
yeah.
kind of Asia, like the Chinese kind of Asia. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
kind of like. Maybe
Oh, yeah,
Japan,
the
China.
Oriental.
Oh,
Yeah.
Japan, that's a good one.
That's a better word. Yeah, Japan, China, Korea, South Korea, obviously.
Probably not the Philippines because of their known
Because of what?
because of their known muggings and all the stories about that.
Pachiko goes there. Probably grand.
Yeah, but
I'd say 15.
Say you know Karen Pacheco and you'll be okay.
there's a
You'll
bit
be
of a
safe.
difference when us four geezers are walking to the Philippines compared to him.
Yeah, well, we could go with Pachiko or something. Yeah, if I had to pick a place, some Oriental country in Asia.
Japan would be
Specifically
cool.
what though, so we can rate it.
I'd say Japan.
Okay, Japan.
Japan would be
Yeah. Japan's a 10.
Japan. I would definitely love to go to Japan. That's a 10 for me.
Yeah.
First of all, the toilets.
The vending
Oh,
machines.
Oh,
Anime.
don't even get me started on the
On the
toilets.
toilet. No, have you seen the
Fuck.
vending machines? Have you seen the vending machines? There's a
Yeah.
video that this guy
You
made.
can get like a shop in the vending machines. Like you don't even have to go to like Lidl or whatever.
You can get like
I think.
high quality like sushi from vending machines, like, and then
Just to
like
get your dinner.
Really?
yeah, and you can get cars from vending machines. So like you get a car to like rent,
I said a
and
car.
like you can just and it's like a huge vending machine basically. So you select the car, you pay to rent it, and then you go leave, you rent it for whatever amount, and then you come back and just leave it there.
That's insane.
Imagine going and
Wow.
renting a car from a vending machine. This is so
Shout out
cool.
to
Actually,
what's that? Sorry.
what? Are you talking? Sorry, the connection bollocks for me. Were you talking?
No. Go ahead.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think, Finn, like you were saying, I think it's Japan. I remember seeing something where like even kids drive around these little carts like on the road and stuff. I think they get like a they get like a
like
license.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
no,
I was
it
gonna
looks
say
that.
like.
I saw it. Yeah. No, I swear.
And
like,
they
I
have
saw
shells and
videos.
bananas and stuff, and
They don't, but like, it's close to it, you know. That'd be
They're
really
crazy.
cool,
Oh,
like, yeah.
No, but
there's also Takeshi's Castle.
oh,
Is that Japan?
I would love to do something like that, like something like Total Wipeout, like with just us, like. Dude,
Oh, no,
that
did you
would
ever
be
see-
so good.
Is Ninja
Actually,
Warrior
would be pretty
Japan as
good.
well?
Sure.
Do you know that? Ninja Warrior.
I
is that
think,
Japan?
yeah, I think the original one is.
Ninja
Imagine,
Warriors
like,
seems
what's
so
it-
hard though. Ninja Warriors.
Yeah, okay.
So hard.
But
I've
no,
seen Ninja Warrior do
just
it.
imagine like Steven on Takeshi's Castle or something like that.
Doing
Like, that'd be
backflips and stuff.
Yeah, it'd be so funny.
I saw a
Like it's
video.
cool.
I saw a video of a guy. I think it was Takeshi's Castle, and it's like the one where there's all these like doors, and there's like fake doors and real doors.
Oh yeah.
So you have to
Oh,
like
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
sprint and go through them. And there's this video, and there's this like weird ass music playing in the background, and it's like the music is like monkey 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 or something like that. this guy is going full sprint. He's like an Olympic racer. He's going full sprint. He bursts through the first door. He bursts through the second door, and he sprints, and he just slams against like a brick wall outside, and he just falls down. He's like unconscious,
Jesus.
and he's like unconscious from hitting the wall.
The English they must get on that show.
Oh Jesus! Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good. That would be so good to do though. Imagine we could do that. Oh, the videos, the content.
Also, Fintan's favorite thing in the world is also in Japan. Anime.
You know me, I be watching anime 7 days a week, 24 hours. Fucking love that shit. Can't get enough.
I'm not a big anime fan, but like I would love to go to the anime shit in Japan. Like they literally have like restaurants dedicated to like certain animes and stuff like that.
You
That'd be
definitely
so
wear
fun.
like those little schoolgirl outfits and stuff like that. Oni-san.
Dude, are you serious? There's restaurants dedicated to like fucking
Yeah,
like animes.
there's like
Exactly,
loads,
there's a
of things,
Naruto.
I've heard that.
there's
restaurant.
loads of things
That's
dedicated
so-
to animes,
Oh my god.
and they have like the
Is there
biggest
one-
Pokemon store and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure.
Do you remember that one we watched? Was it in your gaff, Josh? Food Wars. Is the one dedicated to
Oh
that?
god.
Oh Jesus!
I watched the first episode and it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Steven watched the whole thing in a week. Like it's like 4 seasons.
I feel we've just been slagging off Steven for a solid like 10 minutes of this.
I think anime over there is like their like Coronation Street or something. Like they just have it on and like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like it's
really?
just
Yeah,
really
so
normal
just
for
on
them.
during the middle of the day, like yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah, that's like their Simpsons.
yeah, exactly.
Imagine like there's the equivalent of people in Japan like obsessing over Fair City in Ireland or something like that.
Oh,
That was
true.
their anime.
That'd be funny. And I have a name for them, like a derogatory name. What that would be?
And they do like cosplays. So like the way people cosplay here of like anime characters, they cosplay as like Coronation Street characters.
Cosplay as like I don't know, Sue. Is that a character?
Sue. Yeah, like fucking Mrs. Brown's boys, like stands and stuff.
Mrs. Brown's boys. Oh, this podcast is kind of a little slightly racist. But...
Yeah.
Oh well.
But anyway, I hope when we go on holidays though that we're not going to be like those geezers. Do you know what I mean?
The geezers.
Imagine geezers in Japan.
The alphas. Oh,
yeah, geezers in Japan. That'd be so weird.
Nothing's better than watching the like lads holidays videos on YouTube. Like I watch like a fair few because they're actually like entertaining, and then I cry in my sleep because of I wish that was us in Portugal. But then I see the geezers in Malia.
The geezers.
So, Fintan, do you want to explain what a geezer is? Anyone who might not know.
To the viewers at home who might not know, I would define a geezer as a young individual, typically male, between the ages of 12 and usually 18. You don't really see geezers usually over 16. And their activities include wearing Canada Goose, standing outside Little, just general kind of geezer activities.
Riding the bikes.
Oh, wheelies, yeah, doing a wheelie.
Riding folded bikes, harassing people.
Harassing children, usually.
Trying to get people to buy them drink.
And saying, yes, bro, can I get
bro.
And also saying,
typical.
And also saying to a group of lads standing outside their house, "You wish you weren't like us." Something like that.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ.
It's a way of life, really.
Yeah,
it's a lifestyle.
I wish you had a gang like us. Little girdiers, little gougers.
But you know what the problem is? I feel with geezers, Josh. Yeah, I feel bad because hear me out, okay? The typical geezer like would probably wear something like Canada Goose or North Face, and I feel bad because there's plenty of people like in their 40s and 50s who would wear North Face. Maybe not them, but people even our age who would wear it. And because of that negative connotation of geezers, they are then sometimes associated as a geezer. Whereas, you know what I mean? Like they're not actually
completely. Yeah,
that's actually happened with me. Like I loved North Face, and I remember I got this green. It was like a dark green, like North Face jacket. It was like a puffy jacket, and it looked really nice. I remember Fintan, you were loving it. You were like, "Oh, this jacket is really nice," and you were like asking me like where I got it. And I loved wearing it. And then I'd say like a year later, I at least saw a lot more kind of geezers and stuff around. And at the start, they would only like kind of really wear Canada Goose and stuff that I can remember anyway. But then like all of them started wearing like North Face tracksuits and North Face jackets. And like since then, I haven't liked North Face anymore. Because of that, I only really like one North Face thing, and it's like those like the big puffy jackets, like the big puffs.
Yeah. I get you.
They're like €200. I probably wouldn't get that.
No. But Finn, the thing is, yeah, and I'm serious. This goes to you and anyone watching. If you want to wear North Face, if you want to wear Canada Goose, if you want to wear a D squared cap.
No, well, Canada Goose, no. I know what you're gonna say. The Canada Goose, no, though.
Yeah, Canada Goose.
Wait, what are you saying? Wait. Okay, I'm not. My point is, I don't particularly like it either. I don't give a fuck what you wear. It's the way you wear it. If you wear a Canada Goose coat and you stroll around like Conor McGregor and kind of spit all over the ground and like throw ice creams at little kids, like you're a geezer.
Ice creams.
Yeah.
If you're terrorizing the local village and the townspeople, like
no, that happened. I'm not even joking. Mark Lyon threw an ice cream at my sister.
Hey, don't be calling out the poor boy. Come on. Yeah. He might be listening.
Sure. Called out on this forum in front of tens of viewers.
My point is, yeah, like I wouldn't wear North Face or Canada Goose. I don't particularly like them, most of it anyway, especially Canada Goose. But I think like there's plenty of people I know who would wear it, and they're not geezers, and they're perfectly nice people, they're perfectly respectable people. But because of the vast majority, they ruin it for them with the negative connotation, with the activities they engage in, such as you know what I mean, like. Yeah,
I think it happens to a lot of clothing brands, though. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that
Oh,
almost
absolutely.
like, even for example, like super dry. The only people that wear super dry in Ireland, anyways, are school teachers. I've never seen it on. Well, on Finn.
I wear super
I used to wear super dry a lot in like sixth class. I remember everyone had the jacket, and then I finally got one like after for my confirmation, and I felt so proud. I'm like, yay! Like I finally have a super dry jacket. But like I don't really see anyone, yeah, except teachers or like 12-year-olds, 12-year-olds.
I'm talking about the ones that have not the light jackets. I'm talking about the ones that have like
17
seven, 8, 9 zips. You know what I mean? And putting it on is like gearing up to
That's the one
like
I
to go
had.
into fucking Iraq or something like that, like wearing a juggernaut suit.
That's the one I had. I had 4 zips in my jacket.
You know, I remember that one. It was a green and navy or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, that one was Luke's. Mine was mine was green and grey, and before that I had a black and blue one. I
remember the green and
usually
grey
don't
one.
like them anymore. But like Colin had a really nice one. It was like black and white and had like white fur on the inside. It was really nice. It was actually really nice. I actually like that one.
My guy, Colin.
But yeah, like
the
that relates back to your question, Fintan. Sorry, Liam. What were we saying?
Oh, no worries. I was just gonna say the geezer population has increased quite a
Oh
bit
my god,
around here.
the geezer. Let me tell you, Bedford. I don't have the exact, statistics, but in my opinion, I say the whole geezer movement, yeah. And I know Josh thinks this. I'm not sure about Bedford, and Finn might agree with Josh. People link the geezer movement to drill music becoming more mainstream and popular, and I don't necessarily agree with that. I do to an extent, but like I'll give you an example. I am an active. I listen to drill all the time. I love a bit of drill. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like to think of myself as a geezer. And I feel there's plenty of people similar to me. I think it's and there are geezers who wouldn't listen to drill. They listen to house music, yup, don't you know, pump it up. Like, so like I do think drill influences the people. Like I like the whole kind of maybe Canada Goose, the way they dress and stuff and act. But like at the end of the day, I think if you're a geezer, that really comes from within you and can possibly be genetic. You know what I mean? Like if
I
you're
think it's an exterior force or influence. I don't think it comes from within. There's nothing that persuades me now to throw fucking ceramic pots at buses. You know what I mean?
No, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'll put it this way, Josh. Yeah, like at the end of the day, forget being a geezer. You yourself, like, you probably don't think it, but you're probably a lot like your dad when he was your age. Like, my point is, if someone's going to be a geezer from the ages of 12 to 16, most likely their kid will be too. And yes, it will come from exterior, kind of things like, maybe listen to certain music, hang around with certain people. But like at the end of the day, there's like, for example, Finn, yeah. Not in a million years, I don't think you'd ever be a geezer. Like if you were born in a Canada Goose coat, with a Frank in your mouth, saying "Yup, bro, do you want to fight?" You still wouldn't be a geezer. I don't even know how. You just you're too nice of a person. You're too respectable.
No, you'd still call me Farn. You wouldn't even call me a Farn geezer. You just call me Farn.
So what age do they grow out of it? Like,
sorry?
I think some people. I think there's geezers who are like 40.
That's the thing, David. Hear me out. There's obviously, I feel like most geezers are between the ages of kind of 13 to 16. That's the biggest bracket, usually around 14, 15. That's like the kind of the curve in the graph, okay? And usually about 90% of these geezers will kind of, drop the act. They'll go on to like pursue a normal life. But then there are that 10% who will, stay on roads, stay active, they will wear Canada Goose to the day they die. You know what I mean? Like there are that 10% who just are
life chose them.
geezers. You know what I mean? And like, I think, Bever, to answer your question, you can see some of the 40-year-olds who like, I don't know, they'd probably be down in the pub. You know what I mean? Kind of, or what would a 40-year-old geezer do? I don't even know. You know what I mean? It's hard to tell. But...
Yeah,
no, but like, I think the time that they kind of grow out, especially the hardcore geezers, is when they leave school, secondary school. And I'll tell you why. Especially for me, I cared so much what people thought, kind of like, like what. And I'd say that's what most people think. Like you care a lot more when you're in school what people think. Even like you care a lot more about what people that you don't hang out with think. Well, that's what it was for me anyway. That's like I had like YouTube channels before, and I like stopped uploading to them because like maybe I was like too afraid what people thought or something like that, or like I started uploading now after I left school, which I could have done once I was in school, but it was just something that it was there. Like I care a lot more about what people thought back then, and now I barely care at all what people think. I think with the geezer, I think what the geezer thing is that in school, same thing. They care too much about what people think, and once they start like that geezer thing, you can't really, you're not really gonna leave it. Or like that's what I think. They probably won't leave it. They feel like a lot more awe, and they whatever turn like 16, 17, so they're going out drinking. So it's a lot more geezerish time. But then once they leave, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me, honestly.
No. I get what you're saying, Finn, and as you were saying, the whole kind of opinion of your peers, which to be honest, I like to think of myself. I don't think like that anymore, really, but I did a lot when I was like 14, 15. I cared a lot what people think. Like everyone, remember that fringy hair everyone had? Like, oh my god. Yeah, like including myself. I had it. It was down to my fucking eyebrows. I looked an absolute fucking. I used to go Turkish barbers. €5 haircut back and sides, nothing off the top. The state of me. But my point is that like the whole geezer thing, I think, is a sense of belonging. You know what I mean? Like it's like
it's a longing to fit in. It's a
desire,
sense of community. I think it's easier to do that.
Yeah.
It's greater than myself.
Like,
it's just amazing to be part of this huge thing.
But that's what it is. Like, yeah, like I do, but like I feel most people do grow out of it. But like I worry for the people who don't, because like like if you're still 37 and you're outside Lidl on the bench throwing fig rolls at kids and like shouting abuse at bus drivers, like what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I also think like I don't know. Once they get out of school, there's no reason for them to keep doing it, and they'll probably like,
especially like if you're a geezer in university. I think most people would just be like, "So what are you doing, mate?" Like, you're like, "What are you doing?" Like, I think most people honestly would just be so confused, especially all the foreigners. Like, what are you doing? Like, just stop.
But that's the thing, Finn. Finn, you lived in Germany and Italy, and obviously it was a while back. But do you kind of remember the equivalent of geezers over there? Do you know what I mean? Like, was there?
Well, I didn't go to. I'd say like geezers are more during secondary school. So like in primary school, and I didn't really notice older people. But like, I kind of only really went to like school when it like to pick up my older brother, and he was like kind of first to like third year. And it would just be like picking him up. But I would see people coming out of the school, and like I don't think I've ever seen anyone like kind of wear like kind of Canada Goose kind of grey tracksuits. To be fair, I was in the upper part of Italy, so I was in the kind of more kind of wealthier part of Italy, so it could have happened in the lower part, but I never really saw kind of like geezers or like anything like that.
I think there are stereotypes in different countries, though, but just I think Ireland and England has the
chavs, isn't that like equivalent?
Chavs like geezers, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
chavs
the same shit.
But the problem is, I think if you ever see lads,
I take the chavs.
Yeah. The chavs are good lads. Do you ever see Era Ends? Like,
it's the whole culture of like.
There is now an ingrained culture of geezers in our country, which will forever remain. I think
they need to be eradicated. Basically,
I know. You know the way.
I think there needs to be mass genocide.
Do you know the way St. Patrick got rid of the snakes of Ireland? We need someone to get rid of the geezers.
Get
out. And you know what the worst is? Yeah, it's like I was saying with the Era Ends thing. I think it's social media. Like I remember someone in our Instagram group chat was sending a post from Era Ends. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake! Like I don't follow them or request to see what it is, and it'd literally be like it'd be two posts and it'd be like a swipe. The first one would be like, you won't believe what this lad did. You swipe across and it's like, yo bro, you can jump that lake, and it's him on a bike on. It just falls over. That's gas, bro. It's just such retardation.
Also, like a lot of them are young geezers getting put into police cars.
Yeah, and they would have smashed a window, burned down an orphanage, and robbed a bank, and they'd be like, "What did I do wrong?"
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, no, Fintan, I have a thing. I don't know if it's you. It could be somebody else. But like, I'm on TikTok regularly, and I like watch TikToks. But and you probably have like a kind of an image of like videos that are like on TikTok, like what you would imagine. But like a lot of the time, I would get like recommended in my For You page Irish TikToks, and usually it's just like Irish girls like doing something. I don't know, but
doing something.
Yeah.
What do they do?
But sometimes it's like that Era Ends. It'll be like someone and they have like the "Don't You Know Pump It Up" song in the background, and it's like me. It's like they cut up like a bunch of clips from like say like the last summer, and they'll have it like it'll be like a little mini montage of what they did in the summer. But it'll be like
I've seen those.
these absolute geezers, and with the "Don't You Know" pumping up in the background, and there's so many of them, and I'm like looking at them, and it's like them like going like they'll throw like a Molotov cocktail at a police car parked, and then it's them like in the middle of a field and then there was one, and then some more, and he's recording his friend smiling, and they're in a police car getting brought to the guard office or something like that. And all the comments are so funny because it's always like fucking dome merchants. What the fuck are you doing? Like all these it's always like comments about like, oh, for fuck's sake, not these geezers again. It's just so.
No,
I actually have a geezer story, but I'll let Fintan go first.
Sorry?
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like Finn was saying, like they're so proud of it, and it's once again I was saying, do you ever see on Snapchat? This is absolutely my absolute favorite. Okay, and on Instagram too, it's your local drug dealer. His name is usually something like Macker Wacker John or Flutter, yeah, and he puts on a story. A big giveaway, Cali Buds, Porto Boys. The giveaway is a free gas, a Lamborghini, and 10,000 grams of coke and green. All you got to do to enter is give me your credit card details and your PIN number. That's all you got to do. And then everyone reposts it on their story, like, follow Cali Bud, man, Luke Skywalker, OG Hayes 5000, good bro, whatever. Like,
to be fair though, we won't name the person, but like we know someone that reposts these stories. We won't name the person, but we know someone that does it, and it's so funny all the time because it's like 70 grams of the purest green just for you. It's like just for you.
Yeah.
And
like the reality is, it's just ridiculous. I don't get it, like.
I seen a recent geezer, like it was 2 recruit geezers. I think they're pretty young, and this was on Halloween, and they got put into a squad car because they had 1 can of bulbs. They're just going crazy. They're going absolutely crazy.
That's actually
Yeah, it's pretty. And there was like there's loads of families bringing their kids out. And everyone was just standing on the road watching them get put in the car. It's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, but like you were saying, Bedford, I feel they're starting. I know I sound like such like a fucking boomer, like back in my day, but I feel they're starting much younger. You know what I mean?
They are.
Like, and like I was saying, the population, like even I don't know exactly because I wasn't in secondary school 10 years ago, but I would imagine there's always been geezers and there always will be, but there's probably only like a select few, probably like 5% at most population in your year of geezers. And I'd say in our year, there was at most a 10% population of geezers. And now I feel that population is increasing not only beyond 10%, but to, in fact, the majority. Like, I feel like if I see a young lad between the ages of 12 and 16, there's like a 60% chance of being a geezer, you get me? Or some form of that, you know what I mean?
Seriously, like, I've had so many encounters with these sort of people. Like, when I was cycling home on the cycle path, maybe, I don't know, it was actually a while ago, it was probably about 6 weeks ago or something, so I told me about this. And I like entered the path, and then there's 2 sections on the cycle path. There's a path for fucking, what's it called? Pedestrians, and then there's a path for cyclists. And then a big group of these, there were 10 of them, were standing directly in the centre of the cycle path. So I went to cycle around them. As I cycled around one of them, the flinch thing, I went at me, and I turn around, and then as I was cycling away, I should just go, gas, and then he goes, what'd you fucking say? Say it to me. Stop, and I was like, I'm going to, I was, was shouting back, and I was like, fucking all this, and he was like, and then like 4 of them turned, and they were like, say it to me fucking face, one that say it to me fucking face then, and I was like, I can't remember what I said, I can't remember exactly, but it was something like, oh yeah, that's very fair, like 4 on 1, what are you talking about? And then more of them joined, and I was like, 6 on 1, that's very fair, yeah. And then I was just like fucking grow up, like, I went to cycle off.
And then you got sent to hospital.
Like the Peter Potter of fucking Nike Air Max. I turn around and he's like, oh, stop then, you big hard thing, and all this. And I was just there laughing, like, and I was cycling right, like, on one hand in the handlebars, and I was turned the other way. I was giving her the finger, and I was going, fuck yeah, yes, and all this. I prepared to fight them, because I told one of them to their gas. Do you know what I mean? Just self-defense, and I have to fight at any cost.
No, Josh. that story you told there is a perfect example. It's like they were looking for an excuse, you know what I mean? And they saw you like, I've to prove that I am a hard lad and I dedicate to GEEZER.
Yeah, no, there wasn't one, but there was two girls there. They were both wearing ripped jeans. So
okay, I see now the real motive. Yeah.
No,
When the women are there, it changes.
I had an encounter with GEEZERs. It was probably like the start of the summer, kind of when we were allowed to go out again. And you know the park. I'm not gonna actually say the park, but the park at the bottom of the village.
Yeah.
And there's an alleyway into that park where you go past Little. And obviously, from where I live, quickest way is from the alleyway. So I turn and I go to cycle through the alleyway to call for our friend Noah, who lives like a minute away from the park. And I'm cycling through the alleyway, and and usually, like, say if there's like people walking in a line, it'll be like 3 to 4 people max that you can fit in this line. And there's all these geese, and as I turn, there's like 20 of these, like, they're like 15, all North Face black tracksuits, black and grey tracksuits. And then they're like walking in 2 perfect lines, and there's like 7 to 8 of them walking in this line. And there's like maybe like 15 to 20 centimeters for me to get through to the side. And I'm just like, I'm going like really slowly so that they can make space so I can cycle past them. And they're just not making any space. And I'm just like, and they're looking at me. They're like, literally, like, they know I'm cycling there, and they don't make any space. And in the end, one guy moves a tiny bit. And as I'm cycling by, they're obviously all like talking, like kind of trying to act like knackers. And one of them like kind of blows smoke kind of in my way, like in my face, like on purpose. I could see it. And obviously I didn't do anything. And I just like stared at him. I was just like in disgust, basically. I was just like, not in disgust because he like blew smoke in my face, just in disgust of the creature he's trying to become. He's just trying to be a geezer. And like, obviously I'm not gonna like say shit to him, or I'm not gonna be like, what the fuck did you do? Because it'll be a 1v20. So I'm not gonna obviously say anything. And they're like, and I'm not really a strong guy. So even if I tried a 1v20, I don't think it's gonna. Well, at that time especially, it was like ready. It was like Sarah. So I'm not gonna try.
I'm not saying.
So I walked, but I cycled off, and I was just thinking, I was like, what goes through your head of being like, oh, you know what? I won't give him any way to cycle past me, and I'm gonna put a little smoke in his face, you know, just to make him know I'm here.
He thinks we really fucking showed him. He knows who's
He's gonna put it on his private story when he gets back.
It's like
He knows who he's dealing with.
caveman mentality to like. There's just so much testosterone in the packs of them, and they seem to be getting in like bigger and bigger packs. Like,
yeah,
I saw a slide of them the other day.
And they'll only do this activity when they're in groups of like 60 of them. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like an entire year's worth of lads, you know. And they'll only do this when they're in those groups, and then when they're by themselves and they're walking past you, they'll keep their head down, you know, and they'll say absolutely nothing.
Yeah, because the reality is, like, they're just kind of not cowardly, well, kind of cowardly, to be honest. Like, because you know what I mean. Like, this guy around a big group, like you're saying, but like, oh, what was I gonna say? Bollocks, it's losing my mind now. Oh, what was it? Oh, shit. I can't think. Oh, something to do with oh yeah, that's yeah. Like a lot of geezers, like nearly, I'd say 90% of geezers, they're just trying to be someone they're not. Like, don't force it. Like, I know this. I'm not saying to go be yourself, man, or something, but like, don't try to pretend to be someone you're not. Like, the reality is, I know so many geezers who would, like, you know, live in a house that like not many people could afford. They're really rich. Their dads are like fucking nearly millionaires. You know what I mean? Like, they're kind of, they're like, oh yeah, I came from the trenches, bro. But like, you know. you know the way you see those posts like on Instagram, and it's like those white boys that are Travis Scott fans, like. Wearing paper, you know, it kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Like it's just
like it's painful, like awkward, you know. Like they put on this facade, and it's so obvious that that's not who they actually are.
Exactly,
they're just doing it with their friends.
And especially when they live in the town that we live in, like you've seen them 2 years ago, like running around with lollipops, and then suddenly they're big hairnet, like
exactly.
These are the same people that our little brothers and stuff would hang around with. So they've been in my house now, and then now they've got a grey tracksuit for Christmas. Name's on, you know.
They always look
Oh,
very
yeah, like-
unhappy. You
Yeah,
know,
we
I've
can-
never seen one with a smile on his face. They always have this
Yeah.
demeanor.
Yeah, and they always stare. They do that weird stare where they squint and they look at you as if you stink. You
They're
know?
like Clint Eastwood
Like,
in
if
a
you smell
western or
them,
something.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just cold. So bent.
Mm.
But yeah, I think that's all the the ranting about geezers for today.
We've let it out.
Yeah, we've really let it
But
out.
if could I just send out a message if there's any geezers listening?
Yeah.
Come on the
I would just
podcast.
like to say, yeah, if you're listening, by the way, listen to the future podcast. But also, if you are a geezer, hopefully you grow out of it, you lose the mentality, and you go on to, work a job, buy a gaff, have a mortgage. Just don't stay in the, kind of childish mindset. You're better than that. You can do better. Don't have the whole, come on, you can do better. That's all I'm saying.
Hashtag change your geezer life.
Hashtag yes.
Anyway, guys, thank you for listening to this week's podcast. This one went on a lot longer than our previous ones, but I think it was a very good one. Thank you, Fintan, for joining us and giving
No bother.
your opinions on the holidays and the geezers, especially the geezers.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for listening to this week's podcast, and we'll see you next week's one next Monday.
Bye bye.
Bye, lads. See you
No.
later.